Two men. One named Rich. That's me.
This is Jermaine. Just got off the toilet.
He's a foul man. This is the X's and O's of life.
Huh?
It doesn't get old. I know you hear it way more than I do.
I try to dislike it, but I'm just like, yeah.
Welcome everybody, live stream. X's and O's. I do really appreciate you giving me a pass for last week. God,
yeah.
Lee.
I get it. I mean, so it worked both ways, right? You know, if I was like, no, we got to do it, you would have showed up and been like,
I'd have fell asleep right on the. I mean, either fell asleep or you would have easily seen I was pretty much disinterested because I was like comatose. I was still. I mean, it's like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm still. Well, not afternoon. That's evening, but I'm still like in a hangover funk. It's like we've already discussed. You get older, you can't handle that alcohol. Like to the point. Before, I used to can go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes catch a little hole in the wall bar on Sunday. Now it is one day out of the whole weekend. So choose it wisely because the rest is going to be recuperation. I mean, we went out on Saturday. Like I said, I was at the fun house till probably about like 6. By the time I got up, I didn't start feeling normal again until Tuesday. I mean, we record on Sunday. There's no way I'd have been able to record on Sunday or I would have been like out of it. Even after Monday, a whole nother day of rest, I was still not normal. I mean, like later on that night, that Sunday, you know, I usually have a couple beers, maybe 5 or 6. That's just a normal, you know. Have a couple drinks. I couldn't even drink one. It was like I got halfway through a 12-ounce can of Budweiser, and I couldn't finish it. It was terrible. It was disgusting. And then that Monday, it probably revved up to about 2 or 3. And then by Tuesday, I start feeling normal again. It's like, man, you really can't. You can't hang with the way you used to hang out no more. And
nope.
Just hanging out, period. Hung out with my brother and Keenan Allen. And same thing, man. Remember I told you, my brother, he want to go to the young clubs on the south side. I just don't understand. Like, we actually sat down and had an argument this time. And it was a grown man's argument. It wasn't shouting and hollering. It was like agreeing to disagree. It was just like, okay, without yelling and being as cordial as possible, he played his side or laid out his side of how he look at it. And I laid out my side of how I look at it. It's like, okay, I'm 40. I'm about to be 46. I'm 4 years away from 50. He's 2 years older than me. He's 2 years away from 50. How the hell am I sitting up there screaming and trying to convince him, who's 2 years away from 50, that we don't belong in the club, and I'm 4 years away from 50? It's like I have to explain it to him. It's like I feel like in those clubs, these people were my daughter's age. I feel like I'm in a wedding, going to go dance and give my daughter away or something. Like, I mean, like these people are, there's the bottle girls and they're running around there in their 20s, and meanwhile, my brother, who's 2 years away from 50, as well as he wanted me to join him, we supposed to be running around the dance floor looking to dance with girls as if it's 25 years ago. And it's like, no, man. I mean, I'm not saying that.
It's super.
Go ahead.
Super creepy.
What'd you say?
I said it's super creepy.
Yes. That's what I said. It's like the dad at the wedding is trying to get with all the young girls or something like that.
Yeah.
And you know, he always like the argument that we have, or the cordial, or the, you know, grown man's argument we had. Of course, he's, you know, giving out the reasons or the cons of the strip club, or, you know, the fun house. I'm not even talking about that. I mean, like, of course, I'm gonna argue how I feel about that, but at the same time, there are clubs well, I don't know how many it is in Pittsburgh anymore, but there used to be clubs where they started it, the limit is 30 and above. Like, they didn't even let people in that was under 30. Yeah, there was a club. I mean, a club in Homewood.
No idea.
30-30. And the reason why they called it the 30-30 is they wasn't letting nobody in under 30 years old. It's just an older crowd. Like, I mean, not saying that, you know, everyone's in their 60s, but it's just, you cut out so much riffraff with all that young, and the pants down to their bucking ankles and shit. You eliminate that shit by cutting off 21 to 30 years old. And that's a more respectable club. I mean, but to be in a club with people the same age as my daughter, I just can't get down with it. I cannot.
No, because like, how do you really get into that? At that point, I don't know, man. You're kind of just like, not to sound terrible, but like, you're trying to fuck your daughter. Like,
and that's how I feel. It's like,
right.
like I just feel just severely awkwardly out of place. And then, like you said, put a tent, not even a tent, a hint. You know, you're making a recipe, not a pinch. I'm talking about a nice tablespoon of creepiness on top of that. Like what is it? If somebody did give me the time of day and finally listened to me, and they're like, "So how are you? What's your name and how old are you, sir?" And if I come out and say 46, do you know
the fact that he called you sir is
yes. I'm right. Just, he wants to continue to keep going to this place, and it's like, I mean, and he rushes us to go. Like most people don't come out before midnight, usually about 11. Man, it's 10 o'clock. He's like, man, let's get it. Let's go get the parking. And I'm like, 10 o'clock? Not only are we creepers, we got in there early to help set up the equipment with the people.
You're showing your age at that point. You're like,
yeah.
All right, well.
Did you get in with a coupon too? Like, I mean.
Right. Yeah. You gotta get in before bedtime, you know, I get it.
But yeah, we actually, I mean, he even admitted, he was just like, man, we actually argued this time. Because before it was just like, you know, me and Ken Allen would be in the background like, man, what is wrong with him? At this time, I was just like, man, I'm sick of it. Like, I can't. And, you know, he pays for everything because, first of all, I don't want to go because, first of all, the drinks are sky high in these places. I mean, they are ripping you off. I'm talking like one beer is like $9. You know what I mean? But he's paying, so I shouldn't be opposed. But I can't deal with the atmosphere. I just feel like an antique in a damn
right
in a nursery full of kids.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's weird to really be into that. Like, I don't know. I mean, we've already been over.
For me, I think it's him trying to relive his, the years when it was okay to be in those clubs. Now, when we was younger and we was okay to be in those clubs, of course, we didn't have the money that we have now. You know what I mean? So it's almost like that midlife crisis thing where you finally, that's why you see a lot of older men that's driving these nice cars, because when they were young and it was in vogue, so to speak, they didn't have the money. But now that they got older, now they have the money, but they look out of place. It's like, okay, like what is a 60-year-old man driving a Lamborghini for? Because he finally can afford it, but who is he picking up in that Lamborghini?
It's like a 60-year-old walk around in skinny jeans. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, he got to know any girl he picking up the car is picking him up. It ain't him. You got your gold diggers. They'll in today's world.
You, but I doubt you're going to be going. They're picking up 25-year-old girls. They're going to be like, The fuck are you doing? Why are you like? They're gonna look at you and be like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah.
Are you?
And then back in the day,
are you here to pick up your daughter? Like, what is happening right now?
and back in the day, they probably like the young women that used the older man for everything and got. It was like seen, but it was seen but unheard of. Nobody talked about it. It was just like, okay,
Right.
we know this 20-year-old woman don't want this 60-year-old man, but she's taking him for everything he's got. But shh, don't say nothing about it. It's like women's breasts when they show them low cut. They'll pull the titties out, show them to you, but don't talk about them. You know what I'm saying? You know how Chappelle said, don't talk about them. But in today's world, the kids will straight come out and call you their sugar daddy. I mean, they don't have a problem with telling it. They'll walk right up to you. You know you my sugar daddy's gonna give me some money and then blah blah blah. And it's no longer,
I
don't
would
talk about
stab
it.
someone in the fucking neck. Out of your goddamn head.
But yeah, with my brother, I know. I mean, he's married, happily married, got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about entertainment and fun to him. But it's just all entertainment ain't for everybody.
How is it entertaining? Like, that's the thing. How is it entertaining? It's like, I want to go somewhere where I don't fit in, and that's fun. It's like, the fuck is what? Why? Like, what?
Yeah.
What part of that?
Well, his return back on wanting to go to the fun house, he was like, well, in the fun house, they playing you from the beginning. I'm like, yeah, I know that.
But I walk in there knowing that. Like, I'm aware.
Yes.
These bitches don't care about me. I'm okay.
I know that. And to me, I told him it's a reciprocation. It's like, okay, I'm going in now. I know they playing me from the beginning, but I'm playing them as well. I'm not taking them to get no dinner. I'm not buying them no drinks. Turn around, show me what you got for $1. So I'm playing you the same way you're playing me.
You're not getting a 20. You're not like you. I'll make you pretend that you're gonna get it. Then I'll give you what I give you. And
yeah, I'm not rushing to get your number afterwards, and I'm potentially thinking that you could be Mrs. Such and Such. I know who you are, and that's the way I roll.
You're Mrs. I made bad choices in life. That's your surname is bad choices in life. You're a stripper. That's what you are.
Oh, you can't say that word. They hate that word. You gotta call them dancer or performer.
I was gonna say whore, but okay. All right.
No, but most girls that dance, they don't want to be referred to as strippers. I guess it's a dirty word, or it sounds dirty. But if you say dancer or performer or exotic entertainer, which means essentially the same thing, but
absolutely, you're a class dancing and crafting.
It's a different way of saying it.
Yeah. Well, when I think of class, I think of some dizzy bitch dancing naked at 4 a.m. and crafting. That's exactly what I think classy is. So yeah, you're not.
She want to be considered a dancer, like a ballet dancer. No, you're not.
Okay.
No. This ain't fame, or this isn't, that type of dancing. But
yeah, I don't know how many ballet dancers have their titties pierced, but all right, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, man. So that was my weekend last week, and I'm so glad you said, man, you could get the pass.
Of course, man.
Like, oh my God.
So a few things. One, so me and the wife started going on little date night things, which is weird because we don't ever do that because we're shitty. We're a shitty couple. We went to the movies twice.
At least I even got to a point where y'all even discussed it. There was no discussion here. But go ahead.
We just went to the movies twice in a row, which was pretty interesting. And I wanted to kind of
like back-to-back movies.
Well, like 2 weekends in a row.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So before I get into that, I want to kind of touch on this. I want to kind of just get your feelings about this. We don't really dabble too much in current events. It's not really our thing. We don't really dabble in politics. We are on the same side on that political spectrum. But in the grand scheme of life, we're not really politically based people. Right. What the fuck happened with this guy that was like, I'm going to catch myself on fire outside of a trial? Did you not?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't seen anything.
All right.
Well, I don't got cable, man. I just got internet, so I don't. But I don't pull up. I mean, like when I got my TV on, I'm watching like nature shows and stuff like that. You know, I don't really engage in news and all of that current events.
All right.
So what happened?
Well, so this guy, he had this big manifesto about how AI is taking over the world and like cryptocurrency shit, and it's just like this, just an absolute batshit crazy person.
Okay.
He fucking lit himself on fire outside of Trump's trial, like in the middle of like, I don't know if he doused himself with stuff or whatever, but just straight lit himself up on fire.
Really?
Pretty sure he died, but
Trump's trial was in DC. This is in DC.
Oh fuck! I didn't really look at that part here.
Okay.
I think it was NYC. Hold on. No, I think it was New York. Yeah.
New York. Okay. I was to say, I was imagining that, especially after the debacle on the January 6th White House, they would have that more protected that somebody couldn't even get close to lighting themselves in that area. You know, after the storm of the White House and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously you can't really, you can't really speak on it because you weren't aware of it, but it was in New York. The guy's name was Max Azzarello. I don't know.
And this happened when?
2 days ago. And
dang, yeah,
the guy was from Florida, which, surprised to no one because that place is a fucking dumpster fire, pun intended.
You said he was from Florida?
Yeah, he's from Florida. He traveled from Florida because, generally speaking, most people in Florida are, I don't know, they sniff markers. Fucking idiots. If we have anybody listening from Florida, I actually don't. You can't even function to use a phone, so it's fine. Yeah, so I mean, there's more to it, but we can speak on it next week. But check it out. Just look it up. I want to kind of get your feelings about it because it's pretty fucking nuts. It's pretty like outrageous. I mean, I made a joke about it because I'm dead inside. He was saying, because he was like, AI is gonna kill us, crypto is gonna kill us, something else is gonna kill us. I'm like, I don't think he included fire, did he?
I know you chose one of the most historic elements to kill yourself. You talking about all this futuristic stuff gonna kill you, and you killed yourself with, something that's been around before the Bible. I mean, since life existed,
right?
And all this future stuff is gonna get you, and you took yourself out with in a traditional method.
Yeah, you did. Congratulations, you. Darwin claimed another victim. There you go. Look it up. We'll talk about it next week. But
wow,
to get back in the fun stuff. Yeah. So haven't been to a movie in like forevers. A different experience. We went up to the one up in Robinson. We saw Late Night with the Devil.
Never heard of that movie.
Yeah, it's a newer one, obviously. I'm not into the spoiler thing here, so I'm not going to.
You said the one in Robinson is that Lowe's?
No, it's Cinemark.
Cinemark. Oh, okay, the one that's by the Settler's Cabin or whatever. Yeah.
Settler's.
Yeah.
And then
I was just up there recently with the my son's birthday. We went to that Red Robin that's right there in that little area. Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha. And then we saw Civil War last night. And
it's called Civil War?
Yeah, it's called Civil War. I will tell you, both of these were suggested to me by Draper. But I mean, I was already interested to a degree about the Late Night with the Devil, but yeah, it fell kind of flat for me. The Civil War one, it's not actually about the Civil War. It's about like a real time now Civil War.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen a preview of that one.
It's interesting. The plot, I will tell you, is a little bit lacking, but fuck me, it's violent. Which I love that stuff, which probably is a character flaw. But the experience, it was fine, man. Like everything is super crazy expensive now.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. A movie for two is.
It was $26. $26.
I say, yeah. I mean, don't add. I mean, if you're not a Marvel fan, but you add in the 3D glasses and oh man, every time I go to the movies, it would be me, my ex, my 2 kids. After tickets and after getting some refreshments, I'm over $100 easy.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Yeah.
I straight went to Coons this time, and I was like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get.
Did you pull the grandma bring in your own sneak your snacks in thing?
Look at this. All right. So here's what I did. I got 4 bags of theater candy, and I made myself a little trail mix some bitch fucking situation. I got her 4 little baggies of each kind. I'm like, she's like, I mean, we don't really have to. I'm like, I know we don't have to, but what the fuck we're gonna do?
Yeah.
Because it's just silly. Like, I'm already paying you to show me some shit on a TV screen. Like,
yeah,
that idea to me is silly. I'm paying.
The movies to me is just like going to a ballpark or going. Remember what we talked about the strip club? I know going in that you're overcharging me, and going in because damn well that little bag of popcorn ain't $9. Right. But because of the experience of where we're at, just like a ballpark, I mean, a beer ain't $12.75, but they know that you're at the ballpark and they just have free reign to overtax you.
You've seen what I do with Amazon. I have the Orville. I got a case. I have 2 cases of 24 regular size bags that come here every month, or I'm sorry, every other month. And that is $24 for 48 bags of popcorn. So 50 cents a bag. So you mean to tell me if I go to that fucking thing for that large, that might be let's say 1.5 bags, you're basically inflating that by like what, 700%? Next time I go in there, I'm gonna walk in there with my dick out so you can so I don't have to, like, it's very easy for you to suck it.
Yeah. Like I said, after the tickets and then the popcorn, like a big bucket, that we all share. And of course, they offer refills on it. Who the hell is going to go through a whole big bucket of popcorn and then want a refill? That's almost like a slap in the face. It's like, I know you ain't going to come get the refill, but we're going to act like it's a deal, And by the time I get that, and then, my son might want a soft pretzel or a slushie or something like that, and then the box of candy and all of that shit. Yeah, man, $100. The tickets come up to about 50 something, 52, and then like 48 on snacks. It's like,
look, we brought these little treats in here, and as we're going over, she is just like eyeing these chips. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" They're like, "Oh, this is my one." I'm like, "You have 4 bags of candy in your fucking purse right now."
And like you said, she's saying, well, we can afford it. Yes, you can, but it's it's outlandish. I mean, it's like it's one thing to be, taken advantage of. It's another thing to be made a buffoon. And it's like, I'm not gonna let this play. Even though I got the money, I'm not letting y'all get me for it. But yeah, man.
On top of that, I don't want to be around the dickhead that has chips in a theater. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
nachos and shit like that. But yeah, man,
Right.
that beating the movie theater has been going on since the beginning of time. I remember my mom, we used to go. And we was already at the matinee theater that was like older movies anyway, that wasn't full
Right.
price. It was like $1, maybe $3 to see it. We used to bring, man, my mom had plastic bags with chicken in them. We had all types of, snuck in sodas. That was back when Fago and all of that, man. My mom would bring this big satchel of a purse. Normally she would never wear this purse anywhere else, but when we went into the movies, it was like a damn mail sack almost. She put it around that arm and go in that theater, and the only thing you got to pay for is the tickets. We ain't pay for nothing else at all. She had everything in that purse. But yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. But I don't know. It was just funny because she just gave me a hard time. She's like, "We don't need to sneak it in." I'm like, "I know we don't have to, but fuck it." Like,
yeah,
why not?
They crack you over the dome because they know that it's almost like it's expected. Like I said, same thing with that stupid the stadium. Like those Quaker Steak little wings.
Yeah.
They are bomb at their. I mean, if you find a Quaker Steak, they're bomb, but they're, I want to say, at least 75% cheaper. Because for maybe a dozen in the stadium, it's like $30, $40. But normally at the restaurant,
it's like 6 for $15. Absolutely, I'm like,
yeah. I mean, they're good, but they're just overcharging you because they know they can, and they know that you can't get to a store. It's not a store inside the place or anything like that. So, yep, they're gonna charge you. Yeah, man, I think a beer is like $12 or something.
Yeah, it's 10. Yeah, depending on what you get. Yeah,
yeah, because I mean, I know you Pirates. Have you been to a game yet?
No.
Man, what's up with them, man? Oh my God, they was doing so well, and then they just dropped like the next 5 or 6 in a row. I'm like, I just looked at that score. Next thing I'm sitting there like, okay, all right, they doing real well. They're like 9-3, and then I looked and they were like 11-5, and then I look up today, they're like 11-10 or 11-11. I'm like,
yep.
How many did you lose in a row?
Bunches. You lost bunches.
Lost to the Red Sox past couple of days. I'm like, what's going on with this? Because I thought we was on because they was doing really well last year, and then O'Neal Cruz got hurt. So I was like, oh, we're back, and here we are, back to slipping back into the good old pirate ways.
Yep. It's typical pirate behavior.
Yeah, before you get into anything else, man, I do got one other story, man, that just happened to me yesterday.
Say, let's get into your stuff because I don't really have much more else than that.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't have a draft or anything, man. I just had some bullshit that just happened yesterday. I'm doing my laundry. Yes.
Bob made a comment. He's like, I knew when I fucking heard. What did he say? Hold on. You tell your story. I'm gonna pull up his comment because this shit was funny.
Oh, okay. No, I mean I had to do my laundry, so I'm like, all right, let me run to the little laundromat, and then I usually, while the clothes are drying or washing, it takes a while. Normally, I mean, I got a little routine because there's a shop and save right there, so I wash my clothes. It takes about 25 minutes to wash. So you load it up, and then I go to the shop and save, pick up, whatever things I need for the house, some food and, some other items, anything that's replacing whatever I ate that week. So then I usually take that back to the crib. And then by the time I get back to the laundromat, the clothes are washed and they're ready to be in the dryer. So I load the dryer, and the dryer takes a little bit longer. It takes like 50 minutes, almost an hour to dry. So as I'm waiting there's a Burger King up the street, but it's too far to walk. So I catch the bus. It's right up the street, and buses come pretty frequently, pretty prevalently, even on Saturdays in this area. Okay. So I was on my way to the Burger King, and today's world, remember on a few pods, I ain't gonna say a few pods back, but a long time ago, as far as our pods go, remember I told you I tried to hand a kid like $1 or something like that. It was like, I ain't gonna say he was begging, but I was trying to be nice and hand him, you know, $1. And I was saying that the value of $1 means nothing. Like the kids are, you know, they'll just shun you and look in your face like $1, like it ain't good enough. Man, the adults is the same way, man. I mean, and I ain't calling nobody bums or anything like that, but the bums today have a slick routine. Like I'm walking towards this Burger King. And first of all, they come up to you like they know you and they've been knowing you forever. Like the one dude just turns around and just says, "Yo, what's up, big bro?" And I'm like, hold on, do I know this dude? He was like, "What's up?" He instantly puts his arm around me and starts walking with me. I'm like, what? What is Bob saying? You over there cracking up.
No, I'm listening to you, but I'm sitting here like, that is not good.
Yeah, I mean, like they got a whole routine. He was like, "What's up, bro?" Like he had me thinking, did I know him? I was like, damn, do I know this dude? And next thing you know, he's walking with me. And he was like, "Yeah, man, my birthday today, and you know, I'm a 420 baby. You know, yesterday was 420 or whatever. You know, the big smoke day." And he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm about to turn 46." And I'm like, "Man, that mean you older than me? I'm about to turn 46, but not until end of May." So he was just like, "Yeah." So I got like 4 ones in my pocket because I was doing laundry. So I still had some ones. So I'm like, okay, I could probably get away with just giving this dude like 2 ones and I'm good. No. Right. This dude said, we was walking past the store. He's like, "Can you come in here and buy me a pack of cigarettes?" This dude asked me to buy him a pack of cigarettes. And he said, could I walk to him down to the corner store and buy him a big 24-ounce can of Coors Light. So the bums today don't ask for just $1. They don't even ask for $2, not even $5. This motherfucker asked me to buy him a pack of cigarettes, which is $12, $13, and this can of beer has to be about $5. So now they asking for 20s, like as if it's nothing. I'm like, yo, I never had a. Huh?
I told you when I was in Oakland, man. I had somebody literally go up to me when I was walking home from work. I gave him a few bucks, and he was like, "Hey, can I get 5 though?" Anyway, I can't find his comment, but it was something along the lines of when you were telling me your story before about how you got, beat over the head, Durka style. He was basically like, as soon as I heard I went to the corner store, he fucking knew what was going on. So that's just kind of funny.
As soon as he heard what? That I went to the corner store.
Yeah, he knew exactly where you're going to go with it, the whole skimming thing. So he said it in the funnier way. I can't find it in real time, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand about inflation, but man, the bums have pride now. Like they like, man, less than $5 is unacceptable to them. I ain't never had no bum ask me to buy him a pack of cigarettes as if it was like loose change in my pocket. I'm like,
yeah, of course.
Pack of cigarettes and a beer?
Yeah.
Dang. And then he just, like I said, the routine of him just acting like he just knew who I was. Like, and that's how they get you. They, "Oh, what's up, big boy?" And they hug you and,
I'm sorry, you randomly putting your arm around me? Okay.
Yeah, I was almost, like he kept asking. I just kept saying, "Hey, man, I ain't got it." I was like, "Man, I'm struggling myself." "Hey, man, I ain't got it." And to the point where, like, after I went to Burger King and came back out, I'm like, "Man, am I going to have to throw hands with this dude?" Like, you almost got to fight these motherfuckers now. And if you pull out something and you show them something, I'm pretty sure in their head is running across that they're going to try to rob you or something. So, yeah, be careful. If you're going to buy somebody, if you're going to try to be generous or be nice, make sure you grab your money in the corner and pull it out. Because if you pull out, like just being all nice and gullible, like, "Hey, buddy, here you go," they're going to try to rob you. Yo, it is a different type of person out there today, boy. I was like,
yeah,
a pack of cigarettes? I'm cracking up.
Not even a Lucy.
Yeah, not even a couple, man. "Can you give me a couple squares to get me through the day?" No, he said he was grabbing me as if he was trying to walk me into this little bodega to buy him a pack of cigarettes. Wow.
It's impressive.
Yeah. And I told you the kids, they don't, $1 don't mean nothing. They can't buy no candy with $1. So
see, I'm impressed and disappointed you didn't throw hands. I'm just saying.
I was just saying, can you imagine the cop come up on the scene? So what happened? Well, this dude was asking me for some money and I ain't want to give it to him, so we start fighting.
Yeah.
Totally unprovoked. Like, I mean, like, hey, I didn't plan on fighting this dude, but he's following me around like on you remember on when T.O. used to play for the Eagles a long time ago, and Donovan McNabb was walking the sideline, and T.O. kept walking right behind him, following him back and forth. That's how it was. It was like everywhere I turned this way and tried to go this way, he's right there following me. I'm like, dude, I just told you I don't got nothing.
See, at that point, here's what you do. At that point, you just come on his foot and leave. That's the play.
He said, just pull out, just come on his foot.
Just come on his foot and fucking leave. How do you respond to that? What do you do as the person, the come-ee?
The come-ee.
The come-ee. What is your response to that? I mean, I was gonna say you go home, but I was gonna say you go back to your alley and you tell your alley wife, like,
you said your alley wife.
tell your alley wife that, fucking left.
Oh man. Yeah, man. That's my 2 weeks in a nutshell.
But I'm pretty sure no homeless people are listening to us at the moment, so
anything else going on with you? You said you seen the movies. I mean, the Civil War, was it like a community versus a community, or what was it like?
So without kind of blowing the load,
yeah, you know, I don't want you to ruin it for people that really want to see it. I'm not going to. I probably ain't. I don't know.
So to put kind of a bow on it without, blowing it. Think of the insurrection, but on a more grandiose style, but also having having somebody shoot back, I guess, is a way to think of it in basically just command and conquer. And
you sound like some purge shit. You said the insurrection. I don't think I've ever seen that one either.
No, the fucking insurrection in fucking January, dude.
What?
The thing, you remember when people, tried to take over the Capitol?
Oh, the storm the White House thing. Oh, okay. That's called the insurrection? I didn't know that. I just thought it was called storming the Capitol.
Oh, God damn it. Watch the news, you fucking peasant.
Yeah, man, politics don't do it for me.
No, me either, but
I know. I mean, I try to stay contemporary and stay up with like the thing with the guy with the setting himself on fire. I'm surprised I didn't hear about that, but my ear is not open though. I mean, I'm not really. I
spend too much time on Twitter. Let's be honest. That's really how I get most of my.
You said what?
I spend too much time on Twitter now, so.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
I see your post. You be post.
Dude, I certainly posted something.
You be posting like crazy. He's calling people out.
Okay.
Yeah. Me, I don't jump on that, man. Life as I know it, as I walk around as a dumpster fire, it's a disaster waiting to happen. I try to stay away from sharp objects.
Oh my God,
it's something to happen.
It's so much fun though. It's Twitter's a weird. It's like watching multiple people's lives fall apart, but you can influence them. And it's
You
but
can
it's
influence.
right, like you can help or hinder them, and it's fun to see other people do that. It's also fun to see how dumb people are, because holy shit, people are really stupid. I don't know. Don't go on Twitter, kids. It's fucking bad for you. It's bad. Like there's rarely anything good on there, but god damn it, it is entertaining. All right. So yeah, nothing really too exciting. I guess I would say something we want to probably announce here, since there's people actually listening, which is surprising. You guys must have really nothing better to do. I apologize. Also, thank you. I'll be sending you all dick pics. So we do need to discuss here when we're going to come out with an episode of our football here, because it's probably around that time. Also, we need to kind of get our league kind of figured out, because I know it's not even summer yet, but we're not going to drag our feet. We want to have this shit ready and rearing to go. But I know I will be here next
Yeah,
Sunday.
you're gonna be MIA. Is
I'll
that
be here
next Sunday or the Sunday after?
No, I'll be here next Sunday, but the Sunday after that.
Afterwards, yeah, because that's like the Cinco de Mayo joint
Yeah.
around your birthday. Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that, because I know
Yeah.
next Sunday I think it's the 28th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
Okay.
I think it is about that time now that I mean, I guess we should probably wait. It's probably good that we're waiting till the draft is over.
To the draft, because
Trades
nowadays the draft kind of adds to free agency, because nowadays, I mean, when as soon as draft day hit, some big trade goes down or something like that. So yeah, that's almost like the kind of, I ain't gonna say it's the close of free agency, but it's kind of like the finality of it. So
right, because I mean, even with drafting people, right? Even if a team that did free agency stuff, trades happen, whatever, drafts happen, it affects what they may have done in free agency. So we have a conversation today about it. That shit could be drastically different. So I would say maybe if you can, maybe we double dip next Sunday, get an earlier football in, maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon or whatever, and then do the regular after, because I don't want to do back to back, because remember when
back to back, it was exhausting.
Yeah, it just was like midway through the second one, we're like, hey people,
are we done yet? Yeah.
So,
but so after because another thing that happens in the whole draft and free agency heats up a little bit after the draft, because maybe a team thought that they were going to land a certain player, and somebody jumped up and grabbed him, and now they're like, well, we got to find somebody, so they're scrambling, and then they might sign somebody that been sitting there cold on free agency.
Thursday,
yep. They usually do the first round Thursday, I think the second and third round Friday, and
you sure
they finish it off or something like that.
Isn't first and second? I think first and second's Thursday.
No, here lately, past couple of years, they've been doing one round. That primetime game, that primetime first day is one round.
Okay. Well, I'm saying next Sunday around 3 or 4. I'll put something out. We'll talk about it. Get that first episode in, kind of talk about all the changes that have happened. And just we'll talk about what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be an off-season episode of it, and I'm pretty fucking pumped about it because I need football in my life. Anyway, that sound good to you? You all on board there?
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. As long as I don't go out Saturday night. I don't plan to.
All right.
My brother and everybody is pretty much, everybody went home. Everything's back to normal.
I'm glad you got to see your family, though. It's always nice.
Yeah, yeah. It was like kind of like the whole reason why Keenan Allen came in. It was like my like cousin, like he's my cousin, but then like his dad and you know the dude that we came in for, he was his 60th birthday, so it was almost like a family reunion type of thing. So it was just like
Nice. Okay.
we had some, it was like free drinks and free food and all of that at the like a little like a Elks hall, and then later on that night, and that's when we all hung out and
I
went
bet they were
somewhere.
surprised seeing a bunch of black folks walking to the Elks Lodge. Were like, "What are you boys thinking? Boys lost?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's kind of jump into the whole draft thing because Fatty Magoo over here. I didn't even realize it, but it's another food draft.
I was sitting there thinking, like, that's why I'm pulling out my papers. I was like, "Do you got any drafts?" Because I know I had some stuff wrote down. But go ahead.
Yeah. I was kind of staying in the vein of the theater thing. I was going to say, all right, the top 4 theater treats. Like when you go to the movies, what are you grabbing?
All right.
All right. Now, once again, like on most of our drafts, no crossovers because I like to tilt because fuck you, that's why. Now obviously food and drink are included, so it's not just nibbles. Unless you just want to eliminate the drink, because that seems like a really low-hanging fruit thing. But clearly the 101 is popcorn. It's like the movie theater OG. You can make it as gross as you want to now. They have those little pumps now at the
Yeah, they got like those special like powders, like it's like
well, not even
ranch
that,
and
like well, yeah, I mean there's that, but now like if you go to the little, I don't know, what is the word? Ketchup and mustard. What are those called?
condiment.
Condiment. Yeah, it's a little condiment little place. They have a butter pump, which
That you can add as much butter as you want.
Grossest word I've ever heard, but you can just pump the butter in and just
I just said pump the butter in.
infuse all of that popcorn with that wet, drippy, moist butter.
Now, I understand. Same here. I mean, we sat there and said that movie theaters rip you off, but popcorn is like you said, the OG. It is the one where very rarely do I bring a substitute of that in. That is one that I do spend the money on. So, like you said, candy and all of that, you can bring in your own, but popcorn, I mean, I just never brought a bag of popcorn from somewhere else into a movie theater. I've actually broke down and spent the money on the hot popcorn.
Bring in like a thing of microwave popcorn in.
Yeah.
and go a little 18-year-old fucking, haven't hit puberty yet guy that takes your tickets. Hey, can I use your microwave? For what? My fucking popcorn, man.
Yeah, popcorn I gotta have hot, man. I mean, not hot, but I gotta have it mildly warm. I can't. Like, I mean, they got there's some pretty good popcorn that's on the shelf, like those Wise, like white cheddars, and some of even that butter popcorn, but it's cold. It's just, it's
right.
Room temperature in the bag. The part of the movie theater experience, I do indulge in the popcorn. I'm like, hey, yeah, fill it halfway, put some butter on it, put some butter on the top. And like you said, now they got the shakers in the condiment section. They got the shakers with the different flavors to them, like ranch, chives, and all types of shit that you can throw on there. So popcorn is definitely the 101.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Me, another thing that I tend to spend the money on, and I don't try to bring in my own substitute. This is nachos and cheese, man. Of course, those days of having jalapenos off to the side, those days are over. Because I don't want no helicopters, and I don't want to miss the movie or miss half of it about halfway through, and you hear the bubbles like.
You're having an internal civil war.
So you said an internal civil war. Yep. Yep. So yeah, nachos and cheese, man. I mean, they almost always give you too many nachos, not enough cheese. They give you that little corner of cheese,
right?
And then they give you all these goddamn nachos. And then when you ask for some extra nachos, they charge you extra. So I know I'm just gonna get hit for because I know the nacho cheese they're gonna give me is not gonna be enough for all those nachos in that tray. Mm-hmm. So I automatically just put it in my head that I'm getting the regular nacho and a nacho extra nacho sauce. But
yeah,
nachos, yeah.
That's my favorite thing to get at the ballpark. Just you get that. And they have like the jalapeno infused cheese, and it's like just absolutely.
Yeah, at the ballpark, they got something different. That I remember I had some, I don't know if it was shredded, like, I don't know if it was pulled pork or shredded chicken or something over top of them, like them loaded nachos.
Okay.
And those are really high. I mean, they're expensive, but they fill you up because they put a bunch of stuff on them. Especially, PNC. Yep. I don't know what section you got to go to, but sometimes I have a hard time finding the same section because I know them stadiums, they seem like they ain't that big, but it's like you can get lost. I'm like, was I on the 3rd floor or the 4th floor last time? Because it seems like the concession stands don't be the same throughout, you know?
They move them a little bit sometimes just to fuck with you.
Yeah, just to fuck with you.
All right. So, I mean, I don't really know how you let this go, but you got to get a big old pop.
Got a big old ridiculous one.
Especially since you have the big ass thing of popcorn that's going to dehydrate your ass. Like you got to,
gotta have it. And it seemed like, I don't know. I guess I might seen people get like smaller cups of soda, but most of the time it's the big ridiculous ones. Like it's like they don't even sell them in small sizes at the movies. They have to be huge.
Tiff, we got a medium. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, what is this thing?
You feel like you going into the movie with one of those polar water things. You know, they turn upside down. You going in with one of those, like huge, yo. Those things are huge.
Yeah, you gotta get that just because you're gonna wanna drink something while you're nibbling on whatever you're nibbling on. So,
All right. My second that I like to get, after you get the nacho cheese, or sometimes I switch it up. Would you rather? Sometimes I switch it up and I don't feel like all those nachos, but I do want something with cheese, so I get the soft pretzel.
Oh, God. So good.
Yes. I like the soft pretzel. And they would say, do you want it unsalted or salted? I'm like, are you crazy if you don't put some damn salt crystals on that thing? And nice, soft, warm pretzel. Yes, they ask you that. Like, do you want it unsalted? Like some people, I've even heard some ladies, she was like, yeah, I'll have it unsalted, no salt. I'm like, what the hell is the use of a soft pretzel with no salt on it? Like, what?
Like you're about to be assaulted.
Good one. He said you're about to be assaulted. That was a good one. Good pun on that. But yeah, I get that. And ever since I was a kid, my mom, she used to take us to Hills, and they used to have remember Hills? And they used to have that good popcorn in the front. They used to have the slushies, and then they had them soft pretzels. But for some reason, pretzels go well, like soft pretzels go well with mustard. I don't know if you're a big mustard person, but soft pretzel.
I have actually taken like the rolled gold pretzels, got some mustard, and dipped that shit in the mustard.
See, the hard pretzels, I've never done the mustard thing.
Take a gander.
Take a gander, huh?
Give it your tongue pretty fucking bad after a while. Can't really taste shit for about a day. But
No, those hard pretzels, they just get in your mouth and they have a Tyson fight in your mouth. You be like, God, they be sharp objects biting down, and
yeah.
The roof of your mouth be raw.
Yep.
But I never did the actual, because I'm a big, pretzel rod.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that, but but I've never done the hardcore cold pretzel with the mustard. But in the movie theater,
cold pretzel,
roll gold. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. But yeah, soft pretzel. I get a nice little side of the mustard or a couple packets because they have them in them little packets, and then I get a little side of cheese, little nacho cheese that normally go on the nachos. But I like to dip my pretzel in there. But yeah,
you ever do honey mustard?
Honey? Nope.
Ooh,
No soft pretzel.
Do it.
Okay, we got 2 suggestions here, but yeah.
Same. Yeah, well, Fatty Magoo over here and shit, so all right, number 3, Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
Yeah. Fucking they just hit different in the theater. I don't know why, but just seems to be I don't know. Just, they're different. If you ever had a Swedish fish, I don't really need to explain it any more than that. So
Swedish fish is its own market. I'm surprised they don't really, get, I ain't gonna say as much credit, but people don't talk about it because it's like they got the market cornered. I mean, like, it's like, do they have competition? No.
They got those little fucking, oh no, Swedish fish makes those too. Yeah, never mind. Nope. Yeah. I was gonna say the little multicolored ones. I'm like, oh wait, those are
the multicolored. I used to get those a lot as penny candy as a kid and all of that, the grape ones and the apple ones and all of that. But it's still all made by Swedish fish as far as I know.
What is even the flavor of Swedish fish? Like, what is that flavor?
I just know it's red. I don't know. I even had as far as those Ritas snow.
Yeah. Been there.
I've even had the Swedish fish brand of that, and it's like, I don't know. It was great, but then like when I start getting towards the end, I start getting tired of the taste. It was like wearing on me a little bit. I was like, oh man, it's too much.
Yeah.
Swedish. I was speaking Swede in Sweden, like I felt like I was from Sweden after that shit. But yeah, man, Swedish fish. Since we on candy, and like you said, hit different in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Some reason, the same thing with the Reese's Pieces to me, man. They hit different in the theater. It's like I can buy a big box or a big bag of Reese's Pieces and bring them home, and they just don't taste the same. But when I'm in the theater, they got like an extra kick to them or something, extra peanut butter to them or something. They hit hard in the theater.
It's probably because they're fresher, man.
They probably are. Because the ones that you see at the store, they're on the shelf. They've been there forever.
Right.
Yeah. And on top of that, you paying $8 for the box. They better be hitting.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you thought of the tilt. There's the tilt.
Now. So. Never gave this motherfucker buttons. So this isn't at every place. I just think it's a cool little thing. If you get onto Lowe's, you can get a fucking beer.
Yeah, today's world, I want to say,
I think that's kind of a fun little thing. I mean, do you need to be drinking at the movie? No. But it's given me opportunity to do so. So, okay.
As much as I drink, I've never had one. Like, I mean, I've seen it and I've seen it sitting there, but I've as many times as I've been to the movies, I just felt like this is not the time. I've never.
You couldn't afford a $25 beer. That's why.
I just didn't see the importance of making sure I have a beer. But I know you Tiff, y'all just came from the cinema, but isn't the movie experience just the comfortability of the chairs is a whole different story? It's like they got the chairs that lay back and lean up, and you can put your beer right there. You could do whatever in the theater now. It's an experience.
The last time I remember going, this shit was completely complete, like it was going from, I don't know, like an apartment to a house. Like, oh, there was all these amenities, and it seemed like they had the reclining stuff, and just a real, like every chair was nicer than any chair I have in the house.
Yeah, before you used to have a chair and you ain't have no, you barely could put your stuff. You had to set it on the ground. Now they got like little desks that you can put a little tray right there. And
that's exactly what this had. It had that. It had the reclining fucking leather. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's an experience. You see where them $13, $15 a ticket go.
Okay.
It's definitely state of the art.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, as many times as I've been, like you said, I have access to beer, and I like to have a beer, a cold one, but never done it in the theater. Yeah. But it was just, it's cool to just see, like, dang, they really serve beer at the theater. It's like crazy. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it should be a big deal, and it's really not. It's just one of those, like, when I was coming up.
Well, that's Pennsylvania's mentality. We were like one of the last states to get alcohol in grocery stores. Right. I mean, like Pennsylvania just would refuse. That was like one of the crazy perks of going out of town or going down south. You'd be like, oh my God, you being like, they don't got Giant Eagle. They got like Kroger's and Food Lions and Piggly Wigglies. And you're like, and they had a whole dang old section of just cases of beer. And you would just be like baffled. Like, they sell alcohol in the grocery store. And it was like that forever. And it seemed like PA only caught up with the times in the past 5 or 10 years. Like, we were one of the few places where if you want some beer, you got to go to a distributor. If you want some liquor, you got to go to a liquor store. It's still one of those places where, I mean, wine and spirits is huge around here. I don't think they're that huge down south. It's not like,
no, because there's no need. Like,
yeah.
Unless you want to get like top shelf shit, then you're not gonna.
Yeah. You ain't gonna go into Giant Eagle and get no, I don't know, top shelf liquor. Yeah, you do have to find a small liquor store, something like that. But PA was one of the last states to convert over. Just even, in your area going to Coons, I remember you got like a 6-pack or something like that. And it was just weird to just be able to do that. It seemed like,
and it shouldn't be because, adults in, 2024, but it's still like a weird kind of, I don't know, just I didn't know we could do this type of thing. Interesting.
It feels taboo almost.
Right.
Yeah, never did it, but all right. Theater. My last item, would be, it depends on how hungry I am. Most of the time, you go into the movies, you've either went and ate somewhere prior, or you got some fast food. You don't go into the movies starving most of the time. You're just getting snacks, Right. But there has been times that I didn't have a chance to eat, or hey, it wasn't enough time to eat, or it's time to go into the theater and I'm really, really hungry. So, I don't know if you can put them together, but I try to stay away from pizza at the movie theaters. But there has been times I have got the little small 4-cut, but mainly it's hot dog. Like, depending on how hungry I am and I hadn't ate, then I'll get a hot dog just to put something on my stomach.
In general to eat a fucking hot dog willingly, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's only so. I mean, because you look at the movie theaters. I mean, besides soft pretzels, nachos, some of them have little pizzas, little personal pizzas, and then they have hot dogs. I mean, they don't really have anything else. So, and then they got the condiments and stuff over there. So you load it up with them little condiments and little packets and rip them open. It depends on how hungry I am. Like, if I'm starving, then I'm going to get a hot dog too. And my bill just went from 100 to 112. But I mean, sometimes I'll get a hot dog, but most of the time, like you said, is what we named, like OG is the popcorn. as far as the big old pop, if I don't get a big old pop, I might get one of those icy slushies, the red and the blue, with the polar bear dude on it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I might get one of those. But other than that, as far as the candy goes, I mean, with the Swedish Fish, some not the Sour Patches be hitting too, but
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never really got into like the other ones, like the Junior Mints and all of those other candies.
Junior Mints are fucking delicious. Like you eat them and you feel like you're doing something good for yourself too.
You say you feel like you're doing good for yourself.
Yeah. It's all minty and shit. And you're like, this is light.
Yeah, man. But yeah, $112 later. That is the draft. That is movies 101. But yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm glad I went. Nice to kind of just change it up, actually go do something, and not like a every week experience though, because it's like okay.
Well, it's good. Y'all went just y'all, right? Or y'all brought the kids?
Yeah, fuck them kids. You know that.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, me, I can't even tell you the last time, I went anywhere excluding my kids, man. It's always been,
That's because you
gotta
like your
bring the
kids.
No, even if I wanted to go alone, my ex would be like, no, you got to bring the kids. You got to bring kids. I think like the last time, one time that we had a dinner together was probably maybe like 5 years ago. It was Valentine's Day, and went down to the Roof Chris Steakhouse or whatever. Can't bring the kids in there. I mean, you can, because I have brought them in there, but hey, this is just us. But most of the time, whether I want them to come or not, just plow in for the kids. The kids. We got to bring the kids everywhere. I can't even tell you the last time I went to the movies just me and one other person. It's always been the kids. Or I've been to the movies where it's just me and my son. It was like a movie just we liked it really to see, and my ex or my daughter, they was doing other things. But yeah.
We need to get you hooked up with somebody.
He said hooked up with somebody. I ain't got no dating sites. Oh man. I do. I gotta get out. I definitely gotta get out and get out and about and see some things, see some people. But that's easier said than done.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, you figure I'm working, 12:39 Monday through Friday, and then I get my 2 little days, and Saturday I'm sitting over trying to hurry and get my stuff done. Laundry, food.
Your schedule and your lifestyle, because of your schedule, is not really conducive of you meeting people. So I get it.
Not really. Not really. But hey, in due time, I'm assuming that something. I ain't gonna say something's gonna fall out of the sky, but things happen for a reason. I still believe in that. So
yeah,
you never know. You never know.
Maybe you can like fuck your mailman or something. I don't know.
You said, "Hey, why you dropping that off? Come on up."
Put some mail in her slot. Wow, that was a double entendre because mail. Oh wow, that was good.
Mail in her slot.
Yeah, mail, MAL. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so yeah, this is the plan. Next week we are doing an episode of football, so all of the football peoples tune in. Feel free to interject, set opinions, and whatever you want to do there. That's fine. That's either going to be a 3 or 4. I would say the best bet to do is to sub to the YouTube, because then you'll be actually notified when we do the live thing for everything we do live. So that'll help us in general, but also for you to know what the fuck's happening. Same deal as next week, 7:00. It is going to be a would you rather episode, so we'll figure out what we're gonna would you rather about. What draft ideas do you have written down here so we can kind of tease that out and also have an idea what the fuck we're going to talk about.
Oh, it's written down on the other book. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay. This unprepared motherfucker. Well, I'm waiting here. So for everyone that helped with my dude Jeff, my man got his apartment, which is awesome. I'll just wait for you to get back here. Yeah, so I was telling folks, and I already texted you, and you knew this, but just for the pod's safety or the pod's sake, Jeff got his apartment. Spent every got his apartment, spent every cunt hair of money he had left. Someone then donated $300 more to him after that, and got him to be able to get his moving out costs, his taxes for the hotel done, and so he got his place. And I would say collectively everyone raised about $2,000 in about a month for him, which is awesome. Because he couldn't have done that. He couldn't do it by himself with the working, because he literally was in that hamster wheel. So for everyone that either helped or shared it or even cared about it, it's appreciated from him and me. And it just kind of shows you that there are still good people out there that are willing to help. Because like I told you, I know dude from Twitter. That's it. I don't have any personal association to him in that sense. I didn't know him before that. Just
like I said, man, when you shared it with me on the text, I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. That everyone came and chimed in. But it's awesome that he was able to run into you. You are a hell of a friend. I mean, you helped him dramatically. I'm not gonna say that all contributions came from you, but you raised awareness of it. Right. So without
he needed pushed, and he didn't. He was stuck, man. He was stuck and needed a little bit of a some of that tough love, kind of like, dude, get your ass moving. Like, let's figure it out. If you want help, we can help you. We can get this going, but you need to do some work here. And he did. He put together what he had to put together, and he actually, made it happen. So it's pretty fucking spectacular.
Yeah, that was excellent, man.
But anyway, let's go. What do we got here on next week's kind of draft ideas? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of this stuff. Hold on.
Oh boy.
We ever do that one? I remember you had me write down iconic sports teams. We never did it. Let's see.
I had erase. That was my idea.
Yeah, I remember you said write this down.
Oh, stupid. Erase that. That's terrible.
And then some one-liner jokes. One-liner jokes.
One-liner jokes.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So are those? Yeah, you know what? Okay, that might be the one. Do you want to do that?
And then another one, I just had like a point of vantage, like a point of vantage type of topic, or well, not a topic, but something to say that. Like, let's suppose there's an event that happened, and this is what the world seen, or this is what everybody else thought, and then you would chime in with, but this is what was going on in my head about it. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Like your point of view, like, hey, this is what I saw. Like everybody else saw. Like, just to use the dude that burnt himself up or something like that. The reality is he burnt himself up to make a point. But then you would come from your vantage point. This is what I saw. A stupid motherfucker trying to make a point. You know what I mean? Like, it's just two different ways to look at the same topic.
That's not really a draft. That's more of an actual topic. But circle that.
Yeah, that's not a draft. Yeah.
Circle that. That's definitely a good one. I like that a lot. Even though that's generally kind of what we do on this pod anyway, but I feel like doing something like that where it's more focused, like kind of like how kind of like the old school, what we used to do. I like that. It could be like a rapid fire topic and just give our, I like that. Circle that. That's sexy. All right. So, okay. So next week we're doing a Would You Rather. We'll figure that out. We can do the one-liner draft. I like it. Plus football, like I said. The week after that, we're not having a show because I won't be here. If you want to do it later in the week, we can. If you just want to say fuck it, that's fine too. It's completely, it's up to you. I would say just skip it just because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, doubling back and all of that. I mean, like,
it's not
we're
that
not going to
serious.
die. Yeah, we're not going to die. I mean, I understand if
people know, it's not like they're going to be like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if we had a schedule to keep, we had a schedule to keep as far as like, we're on TV or something like that. Yeah, we would do whatever to substitute or replace that.
I could just roll out one of the old episodes anyway if I wanted to. Be like, hey, here, listen to one of our first episodes and make fun of us in the comments.
Hey, we always discussed that several times. It's always, I mean, any of those, man, it's funny to go through and see where we were and where we are. It's not like we're, it's a whole 360 degrees, but it has been improvements.
Yep. What's up, Mama? What do you need? What are you looking for? Oh. Want to come say hi to people? You fucking are a terrible antisocial monster.
I mean,
and I have no idea why I married you. I love you forever.
Love you too.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go put her in her cage. I'm ready to get out of here. Any parting words?
He said it would put her in her cage. Any parting words?
This is what happens. I usually put the cage in the kitchen because that's where she should be, and now I'm not serious.
Nope. Let me see. Nope.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you guys next Sunday. A little double up episode. So, appreciate the folks that actually came in and stayed. We had about, I think we topped out at 9 people. We had 7.
9. Wow.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. We people fucking things. The slow news week, so everyone's like, we'll fucking listen to these schmucks. It's fine. But no, sincerely, I appreciate everyone that popped in here. So it's always nice.
Same here.
Yeah. So just check out the website, the X and O of Life pod.com. I'll just chuck it here. Hold on. So people. So people can go there if they would like. Just makes it easier to kind of get all our stuff, and just very, very nice, very easy. It's always appreciated. Just good times. So I'm gonna go send out the dick pics to the people that came in here because a promise is a promise.
Gotta show them appreciation.
Yeah, well, you get one too because you showed up. So there you go. So yeah. All right, kids. So see you next Sunday. Toodaloo.
Peace, everybody.